The Palatine Chapel is really the palace chapel of or for Charlemagne. The architect is Otto of Metz, and he creates this incredible central plan structure. So a domed structure where it's built around that central point. We've seen this a lot in the East. They probably are borrowing a great deal from what they saw at Ravenna from late antiquity, but also from the Byzantine. What we're seeing is large-scale stone architecture, which will become increasingly common as we move forward, especially in the Romanesque later on. Stone is used for the vaulting, and what we see is an ambulatory surrounded by this palagonal sanctuary supported by 8 piers, which would support a second story or an imperial gallery. The Frankish builders had permission to take spoils from San Vital, which we looked at earlier in late antiquity, and incorporate them into the Palatine Chapel. The columns are installed to emphasize verticality. Many of them, those columns within the windows, within the arches, are not load-bearing. They're simply there to draw your eye up from the terrestrial realm, the ground level, which is all stone, to the gold of the interior of the dome, mimicking very much what we saw from the Hagia Sophia. And we see a microcosm of the heavens based on mathematical configurations or sacred numbers, such as 3, meaning the Trinity, 7, usually good fortune, 12 being close, people who are very close to you, 40 meaning a long time, etc. And we see apocalyptic references manifest in some of the proportions of the building. To them, the apocalypse was going to happen any day now. The second coming was going to happen any day now. We also see the throne of Charlemagne in the royal gallery up on the second level. This is made from spoils, possibly from a late antique Christian sarcophagus. This is literally his position within his kingdom. Beneath him on the ground level would be the people. Across from him would be the main altar dedicated to Jesus, and above him would be the heavens. So we see Christ in majesty. We see depictions of the 4 evangelists, angelic figures of the 4 evangelists. You can see the eagle, the human, the lion, and the ox. The eyes being sort of depictions of the elders of the apocalypse or apocalyptic numbers. And then we see all of these figures, saints, martyrs, and others, who are reminders of what it is to live a good spiritual life. The whole thing being symbolic of the expectations of Christianity, among all other things. Now, supposedly, we are told that Charlemagne was exhumed in about 1000 by Emperor Otto III. When opened, the tomb of Charlemagne was seated upright with a book in his lap and his talisman around his neck, by which the body was identified. Here we see the remains of Charlemagne today, which are not sitting upright and definitely haven't been reading a book in some time.